Good morning, house. I can't hear anything. I don't know what's the issue. My audio, I can't hear anything.
Okay, good morning. Yes, I believe you guys can hear me now. We're so sorry for starting this late. Just one or two technical issues, but we're here. Good morning, everyone. I hope we slept well. It's Friday, TGIF, and for traders, it's an exceptionally um it's one of the best days, or one of the days that traders look forward to. I'm talking about NFP, right? So that is what we are going to be talking about today. Look out for what the market is likely going to do this morning, before, you know, um, NFP, right? So that's what we're going to do. So we'll likely look at Forest Factory, discuss a bit about what the Forest Factory is looking like, and then we will take entries. I will also be looking at some non-dollar pairs as at this morning. Of course, I'll be looking at dollar pairs, but most of non-dollar pairs also we will be considering because of the fact that there's high impact news on dollar pairs. And so it's very possible that we do not have enough volatility in the market right now. Do you understand? So it's very possible we do not have enough volatility in the market. And so we are going to look at dollar pairs or non-dollar pairs and see what's it. But let's start with Forex Factory. Let's start with Forex Factory. Here we go. Let me share that. We have high impact data by 1:30 p.m. As you see, I already filtered my Forex Factory to only show medium impact and high impact. So I already filtered it. So it's possible that when you check your own Forex Factory, you might have a whole lot of other data apart from what you're seeing here. So, but I already filtered mine to show me just medium and high impact data. And you will notice that as Manchester United fans will say, they say Manchester is red. You'll notice that Forex Factory is red. We have high impact data from 1:30 p.m. We have two high impact data coming out on the Canadian dollar. And around the same 1:30, we have about three high impact data coming out on the dollar. And then we have another one coming out by 3 p.m. also on the dollar. So USD, average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, and then by 3 p.m. ISM services PMI. Okay, so that is why we expect, if you check what is expected on our Forex Factory here, we expect NFP to actually come lower. We expect NFP to fall, and it's possible that the unemployment rate stays the same or even increases. Now, if non-farm payroll, because when we talk about NFP, non-farm employment change, also called non-farm payroll, when we talk about NFP, we're talking about the change in the level of what people that have been employed, in the level of employment, in the number of employment, okay, in the level of labor on industries apart from the farming sector. That's what you have here. Change in the number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry. And so if there is a change in the number of people that are employed, that will also give us a level of employment and all that. So imagine if NFP actually falls, it means that there is a lower number of people that were employed in the previous month, a lower number of people that were employed in the previous month. And that could actually also mean unemployment rate could actually also increase, because unemployment is looking at the percentage of the total workforce that is unemployed and actively seeking employment during the previous month. Do you understand? So this data could actually link up with themselves. You understand? So now that will happen that will happen in around 1:30. We might be actually having our high impact. We were talking about live trading session, which we had yesterday. We said today's own is going to hold by 2 o'clock, but because we want to try as much as possible to actually capture the high impact data, we might actually be starting the live trading session today by 1 p.m. Okay, so the flyers will be out, the link will be out much later in the day. Okay, but stand by for 1 p.m. when we'll be having our live session to go into the market and look at what to do during NFP by 1:30. Okay, good. So that said, let's go into our chart and let's look at what the market is doing. We're already way behind in terms of time. We're way behind. So let me share my screen. Okay, so you have the dollar index first of all, which is this dollar index just kind of sort of did a kind of retracement this morning, and it might likely continue, especially since we expect NFP today to weaken the dollar. We're not sure. We cannot say for certain until that data comes out. You know, it's possible that we get some level of retracement the early hours of this morning before that data comes out. Okay, especially I would especially be more confident of a fall in the dollar if dollar continues to rise this morning. You understand? So that's what we're going to look at as we study the markets today. Let me start with Euro GBP. As we said we will consider some non-dollar pairs and then of course some dollar pairs also. But let's begin with Euro GBP. For Euro GBP, after the data that came out GBP yesterday, we saw that Euro GBP is actually having issues with this resistance here. This is on a daily time frame, and notice that on this daily time frame we have an inverted hammer here. We have an inverted hammer here and a confirmation. Okay, so even if the high impact data of yesterday kind of weakened GBP and gave strength to Euro GBP, it was still resisted. So it shows us that there's a lot of bearish pressure right now on Euro GBP. There is a lot of bearish pressure right now on Euro GBP, and that could actually work to our advantage. Okay, that could actually work to our advantage. We're talking about Euro GBP this morning. So as at this morning, it's currently trading, retracing off a support, which I will be surprised if price heads back towards. I want to be sure that because it seems like, oh, okay. Oh, very good. Okay, we're good. Good. This is where the market currently is. I wanted to be sure the market was right here. So for Euro GBP, I would actually be still looking out for a further fall in the market. I will be looking out for a further fall in the market, but we see on 4 hours, we see some kind of retracement that it's doing. How many pips do we have from here for which we will consider a further sell to this proven support? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. We have about 10 pips. 10 pips between here and the proven support. We have around 10 pips between here and the proven support. Let's see. Oh, so we have a verified resistance right now on Euro GBP. Well, that said, I would actually advise a sell on Euro GBP. I advise a sell on Euro GBP. You can start selling from 0.87039. Okay, you can actually look out for a sell right now. You can take an instant sell right now on Euro GBP. If you take an instant sell on Euro GBP, your stop loss could be at around 0.87128. So you can take a sell on Euro GBP right now, stop loss at around 0.87128. But I'll be looking out for a sell on Euro GBP. Okay, sell on Euro GBP, at least that sell should be till around 0.86981. 0.86981. I should sell to around 0.86981. And please notice, if it breaks below that place again, then we are still going to sell further to the proven support. Okay, instant sell, right? Looking out for a sell on Euro GBP right now. I personally would expect it to sell further. I could sell from here to around 0.86981, and if price closes below that point, I could still sell further to the proven support at around 0.86851. Okay, so that's that for Euro GBP. Okay, I will be doing an instant sell, looking at my take profit around 0.86981. Okay, and if it closes below that place, I'll do a further sell to around 0.86851. Okay, not going back to Euro GBP. So let's look at GBP JPY. Let's look at GBP JPY also. I've explained that the reason why I'm looking at non-dollar pairs is that I feel like they may have a bit more of volatility because of the high impact data we're expecting later. Okay, but of course, we're still going to consider dollar pairs. I just want to be done with these guys. Okay, so GBP JPY. Yesterday, GBP actually closed bullish. GBP, because of the series of data that it had, it closed bullish, and that kind of solidifies this bullish run that we had here. We had a very long bullish candle, I think on Wednesday, I think on Tuesday, right? We had this bullish run here, and price has been ranging around that point since, but there is still momentum for price to head back upwards and test that particular resistance where it came down from. Okay, so for GBP JPY, GBP JPY, we have it at, right now it's currently at a weak resistance. So if it closes above, if GBP JPY closes above 183.485, if GBP JPY closes above 183.485, if it closes above 183.485, I'll be looking out for a buy to around 183.600. I'll be looking out to a buy around 183.6. In fact, looking at GBP JPY, I will advise a buy. Advise a buy on GBP JPY. Looking at it, I'll advise a buy on GBP JPY right now. Look out for a buy on GBP JPY. Take profits at around 183.610 or 600. Looking out for a buy on GBP JPY right now. Taking my profit around 183.610 or 600. Now, if it closes above that place, then if it closes above that my take profit zone, I'll still continue to look out for a buy on GBP JPY. Okay, so for me, actually, we'll be looking out for a buy on GBP JPY this morning. Okay, so let's look at we've looked at GBP JPY. Let us consider DE30. Okay, let's look at DE30. So this is DE30. Look at it on the daily time frame. We have, these guys have continued that bullish run. But made 4 days of consecutive push up. 4 days of consecutive push up is what they've done. Okay, 4 days of consecutive push up. This is it that DE30 has done. But the trend is still there. Okay, especially on the daily time frame, the trend is still there. But we cannot deny the fact that there is a very high there's a very high level of bullish run on DE30. That said, can't help but notice that at this place where price last got to, was rejected, and that's where my trend line, the trend line I drew on the daily time frame, that's where prices are around, right? So yes, even if this bullish run continues, there's a high chance that around this verified resistance, I should be looking out for a push up. Oh, sorry, I should be looking out for a fall around this zone. So for traders of DE30, you want to be vigilant around this zone. This is a better zone for me to look out for a sell from on DE30. And I'm talking about the zone 15,390. 15,390, anything around 15,390, 15,395, anything around that zone, I want to be looking out for a sell on DE30, okay? We'll be looking out for a sell on DE30. Anything around the 15,390 zone, I will be looking out for a sell on DE30, okay? Now, this sell I'm considering on DE30 will be till around when 1:30 when the high impact news comes out, okay? Around that time, it's not a matter of support and resistance anymore, okay? So you want to watch it. But 15,390 is where I'll be looking out for a sell. You can have a sell limit at that point at around 15,390, around 15,395, 15,390. So there's that 15,390 zone. Okay, I will be looking out for a sell around that zone. We can see that that place is a strong resistance, and the last time price was around there, as you can see, there was a very high level of fall. Okay, a very high level of fall. So that's what we are looking out for on DE30. Okay. So that's for DE30. I'm going to move on from DE30. I said for DE30, I'm looking out for a sell around the 15,390 zone. If price gets to that zone, I should be looking out for a sell. DE30 also has shown a lot of rejection. So even recently, so even if price does not get to that place, I could have my sell stop on DE30 around 15,242. I could have a sell stop on DE30 around 15,242. I could have my sell stop around 15,242. And I can take profit around 15,213, 15,210, 15,215, around that place. So I can have my sell stop on DE30 around 15,242, and I could take profit at around 15,210. Okay. But if it doesn't come down, it goes up to 15,390. I will still look out for a sell on DE30. Okay, let's check out oil. Let's check out oil. Oh, okay, very cool. Oil is also at a point where I think we actually marked this point yesterday for oil. We marked this point and we said that this zone was a very strong zone where we would expect a fall on oil, and oil is around that point right now. Let's look at it on the daily time frame. Give us a clearer chart. Well, that said, oil is currently at a verified resistance. If you notice the candlestick pattern on oil, after the fall it had this shooting star, or like inverted hammer, this bearish one here. And when we were talking about candlestick pattern, we said that when you have something like this at the top of a chart, when you have something like this, when you have it at the top, like somewhere here, like this now, this one here, this candlestick pattern here, where the higher wick, the upper wick is longer than the body, this one here, okay, is at the top. So we expect price to fall from there. But this is at the bottom. So we are not going to be looking out for a sell from here, actually, especially with the bullish move of yesterday. So oil is at a strong resistance, but the truth is that if we look at it on daily time frame, there's still a very strong possibility of oil buying. Okay, there's a possibility of oil buy. All it just needs is a strong momentum to actually break this resistance back to the to the upside. So what I'm going to do for oil is that I'm going to watch out for oil. If oil closes above 87.41 or 87.40, if oil closes above 87.41 or 87.40, okay, if oil closes above 87.41, if it closes above that place, I will be looking out for a further buy on oil. I'll be looking out for a further buy on oil till around 88, maybe 88.10, 88.14, 88.15, around that zone. Okay, so I'll be watching out for oil if it breaks above, which I expect it to do, but it has to close above 87.40, 87.41. If it closes above that point, I will be buying further to around 88.10, 88.12, that 88 zone. you know, between 88.10 to around 88.20, I will be closing my buy around that zone. You understand? So that's what I expect for oil. Looking at the candlestick pattern on daily time frame, it's very likely that oil could likely continue this push up, break this zone, you know, and head upwards. Now, in the event that it doesn't, because of the strong bearish and bullish presence of oil, I'm also going to wait for it to close below on the 15 minutes. I'll wait for it to close below 86.50. If it closes below 86.50, I can sell further to 86.15 or 86.18 as I have here. Okay, so for oil, I said I'll wait for it to close below 86.50. If it closes below 86.50, I will sell to 86 point. You know, I have 86.18 here, but you know, 86.15, 86 like that here. But if it breaks above, if it closes above 87.40, you know, which the daily time frame really suggests, then I will be buying to 88 zone, 88.10 or thereabouts. Okay, that's my 2 cents on oil. Okay, that's my 2 cents on oil. Let's move on from that. That's for oil. Let's move on. That we looked at GBP JPY. Let us look at AUD. Let's check out at AUD pair. Good. So for AUD JPY, this is what we have for AUD JPY. Okay. For AUD JPY, we have the fact that AUD has been, you know, stronger than JPY for a while. And, you know, I just want to say something, and I hope that we listen. I hope we get it. I know that a lot of people don't listen. They don't listen. Their ears just pick up when you start calling numbers. So, but I hope you guys will listen to this. Now, most times, before a market starts a big fall, you know, on whatever time frame you are looking at, you know, and we can check it. Before market starts a big fall, it starts to give you little information where it starts to do little higher highs before it push up. For instance, if you check this AUD JPY on the daily time frame, you see that it was already giving us this notification that whereby any of the low was not as low as the last low. You understand? Telling us that price was headed for something huge. Okay, if you check it, that's also how it was here. Just giving us something, just letting us know that it's about to make a long move. Okay, we have to start giving you all those kind of movement like this. Even on smaller time frame, we will always see it. Look at this 15 minutes time frame here. Look at this 15 minutes time frame. Before this price pushed up like this, was first giving us, can you see how all these candles were closing above themselves? It does not matter that it was bullish, but closing above themselves, it's a notification that price is about to do something. Look at here too. From here, price was doing it, giving you higher, telling you that price is about to do something. Even here too, price was giving you lower, telling you that price is about to do something huge. You understand? So these are actually information that you can use to trade on your own and do very well. You understand? These are information you can actually use to trade on your own and do very well for yourself. Okay, but that said, AUD JPY is currently on a verified resistance. And yes, if you check it as we saw on the daily time frame, there is a lot of bullish pressure in the market. And currently, AUD JPY is trading above a resistance, which if it closes above, then we would just expect it to keep buying. Okay, so my point for AUD JPY is if AUD JPY closes above 96.980, if it closes above 96.980, if AUD JPY closes above 96.980, it may retrace and do a little, but if it can close above 96.980, then we expect it to continue heading upwards to around 97.360. Okay, if it closes above 96.980, we expect it to buy to around 97.360. Okay, if it closes above 96.980, I expect it to buy to at least 97.360. Like that's what I take out for AUD/JPY. But what is important and what I'm glad I talked to you guys about is the fact that before price makes a move on whatever time frame, you will already know from 3, 4, 5 candles, you see how it's already closing, trying to tell you that price is about to make a big move. You understand? So these are things you should watch out for when you are studying candlestick patterns. Okay, those are things you should watch out for when you're studying candlestick candlestick patterns. Okay, so let me look at Euro USD. Look at Euro USD. And this is what we have for Euro USD. A rejection at this place. Yesterday, I hope people were able to take that sell, but as you can see, around the place we marked yesterday, we had price actually retrace from that particular point, right? Like I said, it's why I said that for dollar pairs, we might just have very low volatility till 1 o'clock when we'll be having another session. Okay, so if you even check out Euro USD, it's possible that you just have like a range until that time. This is European session. This is European session, and so that means that we should be getting a lot of move in the market, but we're not getting right now. You understand? So I will still stay out of Euro USD, and instead let me look at Euro JPY. Let me look at Euro JPY. So it seems like JPY is weak across board. We just checked AUD/JPY and we saw how AUD was trashing JPY. And right now it seems like that is still the case, where you still have bullish strength in the market. Okay, you still have bullish strength in the market. Personally, looking at Euro JPY, I just noticed that you have a kind of retracement that it is doing right about now. You have a kind of retracement that it is doing right about now. And well, if you also notice, you find out that this is on 1 hour, right? You find out that it has made, after this level of retracement, you did like a push up, right? And price is currently giving us that bearish. Can you see how these candles are closing lower and lower than each other? They're closing like this, right? They're closing like this. So what we are going to do for Euro JPY, if we're looking out for a sell, this sell wants to continue. We're going to take that sell at 159.511. I take that sell at 159.511. Once price gets to that point, I'll be selling to around 159.260. I'll be selling to around 159.260. That's 159.260. That's 159.260. That's what I'll be looking at. So, but with the way candlestick patterns is looking, that if it does this, I expect to consider a sell. Okay. But because of the weakness on Euro JPY, if it continues its bullish run, let's see how many pips we have from this small resistance here to the next one. About 7 pips. Well, so I will be looking out for my buy at around this zone here. I have a buy stop here. I have a buy stop at 159.8, 159.815, 159.815. I have my buy stop at around 159.815, and I can take my profit at around 159.890. Can have my buy stop at 159.815. I can come out at 159.890. Can come out at 159.890. I'll come out at 159.890. Okay, 159.890. That's what I will do. So for that sell, I'm looking at it at around 159.510 to around 159.260, but I could have my buy stop at 159.815, 159.890. Now, personally, I expect it to still push higher than that. So if price closes above that, I take profits at 159.890. I will still expect a further buy to that 160 zone. I'll expect a further buy to 160 zone. You understand? So very nice information, but there are sometimes when it will do high highs and enter thinking it's going up, one big candle from nowhere will sell and scatter. Yeah, that's that. Of course, there is we are not looking for something that works 100%. You understand? We're not looking for something that works. We follow the market. So the market is giving you that direction, you follow. But just like somebody rightly responded, so many of those times it's a matter of, like a high impact data. You understand? It's a high impact data. But the truth is, you're always looking out for what works most of the time. You understand? And so I'm just saying that these candles, the way price works, it's information. It's giving us an information. You understand? Giving us an information. So if, for instance, a market is on an uptrend, generally you've confirmed it's on an uptrend on the daily time frame, and price is on the support. Price is on the support, and price is doing like, so you say the market is on an uptrend on the daily time frame. Now, price on its support on 1 hour, right? Price on its support on 1 hour. You see that on that support, the candles are just closing slightly above themselves, closing above themselves. That's already an information for you to look out for a buy, right? Good, that you can take. Of course, we not work every time, but yeah. Thank you. So, like I said, people dropping gold, GBP USD, we will look at that by 1 p.m. We will look at that by 1 p.m., close to when high impact news for US will be coming up. The truth is that because of the fact that we have NFP, which is such a big fundamental, that's the instrument most people trade, dollar pairs. That's what I mostly trade, but we expect some level of weakness. And we expect some level of weakness in volatility leading up to that time. That is why I am not giving those entries on this, so that you're not caught up before the data comes out. You understand? So you're not caught up before the data comes out. That's why the market is such an important issue. We have found out that there are other opportunities you can take advantage of in the market right now before we take advantage of the market during NFP session. That's how it should be. You understand? If you're expecting NFP like this, it's better you shift to other pairs, non-dollar pairs, and then trade them. And then when it's time for the NFP, you trade NFP also. You understand? So that's how it's going to be for this morning. You understand? That's how it's going to be for this morning. By special grace of God, we will be having our session with this same link by 1 p.m. today. So within from 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. that NFP is going to come out. That's we're going to now analyze GBP USD, we analyze gold, we analyze US 100, we analyze all those pairs because of the high impact data coming out on the dollar at that time. You understand? So that's what it's going negative. It's possible, yes, it's possible for it to go back to positive now. It's possible for it to go back to positive. Nothing is impossible. You understand? So that's what I would advise if you're trading today. I advise that for this morning right now, you can take advantage of non-dollar pairs and trade them. Okay, take advantage of non-dollar pairs, trade them, and then towards NFP time, you can take advantage of the dollar pairs. You understand? So that's what my advice would be for us today. And well, this is the much that we can actually take. Don't forget, let me show us again. By 1:30 p.m. today, don't forget, 1:30 p.m. I can't stress this enough. Now, there's also going to be high impact news on CAD. Okay, there's also going to be high impact news on CAD. So you want to check that out. You want to check that out also. There's also going to be high impact news on CAD. Okay, so that's going to show you what the market is likely to do. You understand? That's going to show you what the market is likely to do around that time. Okay, so please do not miss out on that. Joe, don't miss out on that. For the Euro GBP, I think we gave stop loss at around 0.87128 or 0.87130, around that place. So you can set your stop loss at around that 0.87130. Okay, yeah. I will not be able to repeat entry point and exit points, please. We even started late today, so there was an opportunity for us to join us. So please let us prepare for 1 p.m. Okay, prepare for 1 p.m. Don't forget that with the same link, we'll be able to join the class by 1 p.m. Okay, but this is the much that we can take today. I want to wish us very successful trading day. NFP, we can't wait to have you by 1:30. Okay, yeah, but this is the much we can take. Thank you so much for your time. You will be hearing from me by 1:30, by 1 p.m. today. Bye for now.